It is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 42 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw deep for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is fielded at the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll get this up to about the 40. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Play action, it's Mahomes. Open man here, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A give running right, Gibson. A little juke. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And we were down in the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Morgan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Fighting off the defender. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have
to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tannehill looking deep for Julio. This is caught at the 20. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On first down, it's Tannehill. Going right right side here, and that's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Here's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's Tannehill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a second down and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Tannehill's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll run here with Evans. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run here with Gibson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. quarter. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Evans. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Tannehill. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Well, nothing Nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes. Connecting with Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from 51 yards for the win. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost the game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you've built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So for Tennessee,